Hello there, I hope you had a nice week. Today we are building a Pastel Cape Cod house that was inspired by a picture on Pinterest. And this is a bit of a special video, at least for me. It's the 15th one, which I'm very proud of. And today, while I'm recording this voiceover, I reached 55 subscribers, which is amazing, so yay! Thank you all for being here with me. It really means a lot to me. So maybe some of you already seen this build. I've built it 2 weeks ago live on Twitch. If you're here because of my Buffy video, I said that I wanted to do more on Twitch and building live on Twitch the remaining Buffy houses or Buffy the Vampire Slayer buildings and doing a Let's Play on Twitch. Well, that's passé for now. It's not working for me right now being live on Twitch, and as an introverted person, it just really is difficult sometimes for me to be live and talk live, and my personal schedule is just too chaotic right now, so it's just difficult for me to make a schedule on Twitch that would work because of personal matters, and I'm writing my doctor thesis and I'm working, and sometimes I'm just too tired to be live on the weekends, and I just want some time for me building. But I didn't scrap the idea completely. I will definitely do some live, but more or less regularly. So if you're interested in this, I would suggest that you go on my Instagram, and that's the site where I announce things. So the next build I want to make will be the bronze, and hopefully I will get to it in April, in the end of April or in the beginning of May. Because I have some other plans for the next builds, and I'm participating in the collaboration again, so I'm kind of busy. I planned a lot of things out, but it will come. I'm working on a cemetery right now for Buffy, so I didn't forget it. So, as I said, I was inspired for this build by a picture on Pinterest, a pin of interest, and this little Cape Cod house was a guest house of someone, and I thought it was so cute, and I wanted to rebuild it for quite a while now. And I tried to stay as close to the original as possible, but some things annoyed me, and I thought that I will change it. Like, for example, the balcony on the right side that didn't work out with the staircases of the house in The Sims, so I put it on the left side, and there was also a half bath on the upstairs, which I don't know, I don't think it was very necessary, so I didn't put it in my build, and instead I decided to have a bigger bedroom upstairs. And the full bathroom downstairs was on the left side, where the kitchen will be in a few minutes, and I thought that was cutting the room off and make the house smaller than it actually is, so I decided to change the rooms as well. Inside of the cottage, or the Cape Cod house, I wanted to keep this color scheme of this pastel blue and pink, but I added a lot of browns and blues so it doesn't look too candy-like, but it's still cute. This house was also built on a 20 by 20 lot. It has one bathroom, one bedroom, and it costs something over 50,000 simoleons. I made this house for 2 Sims and a cat. It has all the necessities for 2 Sims and a cat. I'm aware of the fact that I'm overusing the country living kitchen so badly, and actually I'm considering now of buying the kit with the other country kitchen just so I have something different to use. But I'm so in love with the kitchen and the swatches, so it is what it is. While I was on Twitch, live on Twitch, I talked a bit about the paintings which came with cats and dogs and how much I love the different swatches of them and how surprisingly well they go actually with the vampires pack because they have some very dramatic motifs. But for this build I decided for the gentler ones, and there will be another painting from cats and dogs as well in this build. I just really like these ones, and I think they add so much character to a build. Also on live, I had so much problems of finding the right curtains, which is always a problem for me, and also the rugs are always a problem for me. I cut out the process of finding the right curtains because it really took a long time. And in the end, there are some curtains, so the the walls don't look so empty. I also put some different activities for your Sims to do in this build. For one, there is a piano, which I took from the City Living pack and customized it a bit so it looks old. And there is, of course, a computer, and your Sims can interact with their cat if they want to, or maybe you prefer to have a dog in this build. I'm wondering, do you actually play a lot with animals in Sims 4, or do you don't even maybe have the pack? Like, write your thoughts and your gameplay style in the comments down below. Lately on Instagram I saw a lot of posts of homes that are only decorated on the exterior side and not furnished inside, and I was wondering if this is also something that some of you maybe prefer. Do you like to decorate your house on your own, or do you prefer completely furnished housing? So this is what I meant by saying that I took the City Living piano and make it look old and customized it. I saw this quite a few times on Instagram and on YouTube, and I thought that this looks actually quite amazing. So it was the first time I tried it. You know, it would be nice if we had an old piano like this in game, but there are many people who have these amazing ideas. While I'm seeing the kitchen, I should say that I didn't playtest the house, and obviously this kitchen, as it is cluttered now, is not functional. Because there's a cabinet missing for cooking. So if you download this house, it may be that not everything is usable as it is now, and you will have to go into the build by mode and change a few things, but not many. I think the rest should be fine. The bathroom itself is nothing too special. I just wanted a small space, not too big, so I won't take too much space out of the living area. And it's a layout that works. It works always. Doesn't matter how big the house is. I used it a lot. I mostly used here items from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack, but there's also a wash machine for your Sims to use. If you want to, you can add a dryer. I put a cloth hanging thing in the backyard of this house, so it's not necessary, but maybe for the winter it is. Personally, I don't use the laundry stuff in my gameplay because I think they're just too buggy, but I like to edit for realism, so I wouldn't feel offended if you delete the laundry out of this build. I also don't like how often you have to do the laundry in The Sims. I played it with a 4-member family and I had to wash every day because The Sims complained about the stinky, and I don't know, I'm not sure how realistic this is. I don't have to do laundry so often, and I think it's getting a bit boring with the time, so you know, I bought it back for realism purposes. So we're coming to the upstairs, and like in the rest of the build, I tried to use calm colors and use a lot of beige and pinks. Here's the computer for your Sims. Of course, I used the Cottage Living PC. I just thought that it was quite cute, and if you know me, if you already saw some videos of mine, then you know that I'm obsessed with the idea of a writer living off-grid somewhere in Brindleton Bay or in Windenburg. And I try to not overuse this idea, but I don't know, something about this is so romantic to me, and it sounds so peaceful for me, so I have to do it over and over again. And I still wish we would have a off-the-grid typewriter for The Sims, so I can live out my dreams living in somewhere where nobody else is and writing. But I don't think this dream will come true with The Sims 4 anymore. I just don't believe it, so I try to imagine it. Coming back to the activities possible here, I've put in the garden also some gardening items as always, because you can earn money with it. So maybe here lives a writer on the slot, and the other sim likes to play music and do some gardening and earns their money with this kind of things. As I said before, this is my 15th video, so I make YouTube videos for almost 4 months now, and I think it's for me it's very surprising how I progress, and I think that my voiceover are getting better and better, and that talking to myself is getting easier. And in the beginning I was very intimidated by the thought of making voiceover in English, but I wanted to reach more people, and I really can see the progress I'm doing, and it makes me very happy. And of course it makes me happy that there are 55 people now that want to watch my videos. So thank you again. This really means a lot to me, and it definitely makes me more self-confident in my abilities in speaking English, and of course in talking freely. And what I want to say is that if you're thinking about making YouTube videos for yourself, I would just say try it out, stick to it for a while, and you know, you can only find out things if you try them out, so go for it. And you know, there are many different ways of making YouTube Sims videos, with voiceover, with no voiceover, so there are a lot of possibilities. So we're coming to the backyard of this house. In the original picture There is a porch, or kind of a thing like a porch, but it's separated from the house, and I decided to unclose it to the house just because it felt more naturally to me. And it's a little space where your Sims can hang out and do the barbecue, maybe having a little party area. And here it has a roofing, so they can spend the time here when it's raining as well. But I have to admit that while I was building this house, I only thought about the summer and spring season and not about the winter, so I think I could have put more activities inside of the house, but I like how it turned out, so it is this way, and it's up to you to change things if you want to change them. I didn't put a fence on this lot. If you saw some other videos of mine, that's a thing that I do actually quite often. I like when the garden area just kind of merges with the landscaping or the nature around the house. But I'm starting to clutter the landscaping more and more. Here I added the kettle loo because I forgot it, but it's there. I hope it's functional the way it is between the sink and the toilet. I used the table from the laundry stuff. I wish we had a bit more different round tables because the swatches don't always match the vibes I want to have in my builds. But here is fitting very well, and I also used the laundry chairs, which I actually never used before. But in this pink swatch, they worked very well with the outside of the house. So here they are, used for the first time. I'm also still obsessed with the debug plants from the Cottage living pack. I think they work so perfectly nice with the romantic garden stuff pack, and I'm just in love with them. They're so cute and lovely. And yeah, I just think that overcluttered gardens are becoming to be my thing. I've tried to make the outside of the house, the walls, the outside walls, make them look more interesting with all the plants climbing up the walls. Just sometimes I put too much thought in it, because while I was doing this, I was thinking like, oh my god, there have to be so many bugs because of the plants and so on, and it just doesn't matter. I'm just overthinking those kind of things so often. Like, for example, that I hate ladders in my buildings, because what about the old people and the kids? They can't walk this up. That's not good for them. And then I have to remember myself that not to overthink stuff. So we're coming to the end of this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. This would mean a lot to me. You can also follow me on Instagram and Pinterest. I've put the links in the description box down below. And I hope you will see us next week. I wish you a nice weekend. Bye bye!